Hey everyone, Paul here for Pragmatic Works, Azure Every Day, and I'm going to talk to you briefly about Power BI licensing. Now this is something that is so simple that it gets complicated, and I'll explain what I mean. If you work in a small organization where you set up the Power BI account and then you can just whip out your credit card and pay for licensing, then that's probably a pretty simple thing. But if you work in a larger organization where there's more process, and you might set up the Power BI account, but then you need to provide instructions to your support desk or an admin who may not be in the cubicle next to you. Then you need to make sure that you can ask for exactly what you need. And I'm going to show you how to do that in the Power BI service. Now, if you've set up the Power BI service, then you know how easy it is to set up a Power BI account. If you're the first person to set up a Power BI subscription, then you simply went to powerbi.com or app.powerbi.com, and then you just set up an account using your work email address. Now, if you were the first person in your organization to do that, guess what? You're the administrator. And, you may not be your operations administrator, your network administrator, or may not really have the permission or the credentials to represent your company in this way, but you're the Power BI administrator unless that's taken over by a system administrator who manages that domain with Microsoft. So here's the thing. When you set up a Power BI subscription, you've actually created what's called a Power BI tenant. That means that you're renting space inside the Microsoft cloud. And that subscription is actually managed as part of the Office 365 and Azure ecosystem. Now, you may not be an Office 365 subscriber. Your users may not be using Office 365 applications, but you still go to the Office portal to manage your licenses. Now, you can also go to the Azure portal to manage licenses and user permissions as well. I'm going to show you how to do that. So here in the Office portal, you simply go to office.com, and then you use the admin link, and you can see what licenses are available and licenses that are assigned to various users. And what you'll find after setting up your Power BI subscription is that you, as the primary Power BI user, have a Power BI pre-license assigned. Now, in order to be able to collaborate with others, you'll need to purchase a Power BI Pro license for yourself, assign that to yourself, and then anyone you want to share reports with, you'll also need to set up a Power BI Pro license and assign that to those users. Now, you can buy licenses in packs of 1, 5, 10, etc., and then you can just use the Office licensing here to be able to assign those to different users. Now, you can also assign user permissions and licenses to users in the Azure portal. And to do that, whether or not you're using Azure services or for anything else, you just go to portal.azure.com. and then down to Azure Active Directory. And here you can see all of your users. So any of the users that you've set up in Power BI will show up here. You can create groups. You can add users to those groups, and then you can use groups to assign permissions to a workspace or to individual reports within Power BI. So this is where you can assign licenses to those users. And again, you'll need a Power BI Pro license for any user to be able to read or to be able to author a report, unless you upgrade your Power BI subscription to a premium tenant. And in that case, anyone who authors and publishes reports will still need a Power BI Pro license, but you can share those reports with users to be able to view and use those reports without needing a Pro license, just for having the premium capacity tenant. So that's the short answer of how to assign licenses. Thanks for watching Azure Every Day. We're always here to help at Pragmatic Works. Just use the links below.